Isekai, 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 isekai. Now, before I even get into the intro or the video itself, I do want to address two comments on this long name of a show I'm reviewing. The first one here is from a well-known person we don't appreciate that was a loser in the War of the Worlds 2. Right, that's his name, that's his whole name. And his whole thing was like, I've never seen anything that was as soft as this, or I'll just put the whole exact quote here. This man's saying he's seen ecchi anime that was a lot more risque than this show in general. And I'm thinking, right, the first 3 minutes, there's already a pleasure session going on right there. At 5 minutes, there's another show and tell session there. And then the rest of the 7 out of the 16 minutes of the entire series is another entire babysitting scene within itself. So I don't know what he was watching. Maybe his standards are so out of this world that we can't even begin to comprehend what he's used to. It's just depravity beyond a scale we can even comprehend. And the other guy here, this guy, this wonderful guy here. Like, I'm looking, whenever I look at these shows, I go down in the comments and I hope I find this guy here to give me a breakdown and good synopsis of what I'm going to watch here. And you know what? I'm safe to say that, like, my opinions are very close to his. Therefore, I feel like I'm doing the right thing here. I feel like I'm doing the right thing for society. Speaking of society, so before I show you any of this atrocity, copyright exists, so have fun with whatever the fuck this is. Subscribe to my videos to help improve society, you know, or my channel, not my video. You can't subscribe to a video. If you can subscribe to a video, let me know how you did that, because that's pretty talented. What's up, guys? I'm number 47 and welcome to Watch Vlog. Subscribe more content coming your way. Let me put on my glasses right quick so I can see the video. While I was out of frame for that entire intro scene, I'm depressed. Regardless, this show, as you see here, Usamimi Bokuen, I'm not saying the whole name. You can read the entire, like, 30 character title right there. Essentially, it's an isekai where this loser, bum, just absolutely trash human goes into another dimension where instead of fighting for life, you know, like Overlord, how I got reincarnated as a slime, Overlord, Sword Art Online, Overlord, you can clearly tell which one I like. It's an isekai. He's not fighting. He is instead using random, irrelevant trivia to get his way through problems. Like, for example, he gets dropped in this world with this girl named Unasaka is getting triple team here. No risque, but like actually about to just die, right, in the battle. Oh, just all of a sudden, just in a suit and all, just transformed there. So I assume he's like mid-20s, because you're not going to be a person in a suit as a teenager in this type of isekai series. Because mostly what the whole isekai brand is, why I hate it so much, is that it's pandering towards people who are like my age and older, who have like full-time jobs, and they're like, how about you transport into an entire world where you are the hero, where your life is now the top, where you're basically the king, do whatever you want. You're the king here. That's the whole spiel. So he's the king basically at this point. He's asked a question like, which animal isn't like the other, A, B, or C? He answers right, and then yay, he gets the girl, and all of a sudden the girl obeys every single one of his commands, and the girl calls him her master now. Unasaka, like, I get it, he saved your life, but you call him this dude right here, this dude your master. What are you doing? And so after this, we follow them as a couple. Hilarity ensues. Now, I do want to address why isekai is just a horrendous genre in itself, let alone in this hemisphere of shows I'm reviewing. So my main problem with isekai is, right, the first episodes are just like every single one, copy paste. I said the most degenerate greenlit show there is out there would be No Game No Life, mainly because, well, it's giving 7 Deadly Sins vibes essentially, just not above board. And also, it is solely based on the main character being the smartest person in the universe because he was a gamer. So since every single show in this genre is based around the fact that, like, you're the main character and you know all previous knowledge of this world, therefore you hack the world and got a cheat code of the world because you knew everything about this world in the first place, you are a smart person. Not because you're smart in general, that you pick up general knowledge. Like, for example, you know what this is like? This is like if the world was Sims, right? And you were a Sims aficionado. You knew everything about Sims, but you didn't know how to do anything, but you knew about the world itself, right? So you're not smart. You just know everything about the world because you studied it hyper-focused, hyper-fixatedly. Therefore, you are only smart in a sense where you can use knowledge of the entire reality that is the Sims world.
What the hell are you talking about?
Huh? Why do you got this?
That is a great question. Why do I exist? I don't know. It's like you know how to cook bread, not because you've cooked it, but because you've watched people cook it, and therefore, when you cook it, you can perfectly replicate what they cooked when you saw it. It bugs me so much. That's why when I watched Sword Art Online, I couldn't take it. Anyway, back to this plot. Where was that tangent going? I have no idea where the tangent was going. Back to this plot though. We find out his true intentions. We call him Curse Kirito, right? Curse Kirito's true intentions are just to gather as many women as he possibly can in his camp. That's all he's doing. Whenever he's with Unasaka and he's talking to another girl, he's just immediately just fawning over her. Unasaka's like, hey bro, whoa, chill, you got me. You ain't gotta do all that, chill. Even though I assume after being introduced to a girl whose name is literally Succubus, I assume since this is gonna be a multi-episodic show that they're going to keep going of every single girl they have ever encountered and have them be their own episode, or like Ishigo reviewers, they're gonna be like separate episodes within episodes to make sure that you're getting your bang for your buck by having every single encounter you possibly can, because the main character's whole purpose is just to be this deplorable human being to every single woman he comes across. Now, are there gonna be animals? I assume. Are there gonna be monsters? I assume, because they get saved right after meeting a girl named Gluba and giving her a compass for some reason by another girl whose name isn't never mentioned because it's only a 16-minute series. Now, I will say this. If you wanted to experience the closest thing to 0 to 100 rags to riches story that you didn't earn, this is for you. If you want to experience whatever this background evokes emotion out of you, this is for you. Because what this is you are watching a comedy first. This is a comedy first. This isn't anything in regards to what I usually review. This isn't anything like NTR wise, nothing like that. Very comedy first. Secondly, it's everybody obeys the main character, Curse Kirito. Second, which is the whole point of me saying secondly. And thirdly, we have every single girl who will eventually fall in line and who will eventually fall in love with him, because they do love at first sight, even though he looks like every single femboy I've ever seen animated since 2010. Now, I don't know how to rate this show. It's just very milquetoast to me. I've seen better. I've seen worse. Just like our boy over here, I'm pointing the wrong way, Jesus Christ. I give it like, sub-average, 4 out of 10. I usually don't grade most of the shows I review, mainly because it's up in the air, because my review can change depending on my mood when it comes to shows like this, or shows in general. But this specific show, I know what my mood's gonna be like 10 years from now. I know what my mood was gonna be like last year if I reviewed this show. It's just gonna be average. It's not impressive at all, but it's pretty short. So there's that, you know what I'm saying? It has that going for it. But basically, check it out if you want to. All right, guys, I don't have an outro, but if I did, it wouldn't matter because no one makes fun of the video. Good night. Again, subscribe. Also, again,